Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Not now, Sawyer. Yes, I love you. Go find something to do. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Tired. Yeah. Yeah, go. Go. Move on. Told him once already. So, yesterday, I went to the church to get things set up, and the door was locked. And I'm going to be honest, it kind of feels like they don't really care. Um, you know, and I know I need to have more patience, but when people ask me stupid questions, there are no stupid questions. So, okay. Just silly answers. I have to remember that. Oh, I don't. People keep asking me, Are you having the meeting on Thursday? Are you having the meeting on Thursday? Why do you care? Are you gonna fucking show up? Why do you even care? Why are you even asking me? Unless you're gonna show up. Hey Dion, we appreciate what you do. Dion, thanks for doing what you're doing. Great. Can you show up? God. Um, I'm making connections with Sobriety House, other places. They're not including me. I'm not going to do this shit. Uh-uh. I'm tired of feeling used, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of supporting other things so that you'll support me. Yeah. Now, I got some news yesterday, and I can kind of do whatever I want, and I think that I may do exactly that. So, welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Thanks for letting me bitch there for a little bit. I do feel a little bit better. Welcome to Daily Trudge. If you're here, please say hello. So, today is going to be kind of fun. I'm actually using both. Because one is about experience is the best teacher. The other one is about change. So I just kind of put them both together because experience is the best teacher for change. It really is. And not just your experience, but the experience of the people that have come before you. Yeah. Okay. Now, I make mistakes, but I would have made a lot more and been a lot more frustrated if it had not been for the 12 by 12, right? Oh, Patricia, here I'm not worried about. My friends will show up when they show up. It's the meetings I run where people say, thank you for doing what you do. I'm like, okay, well, we're about to start. Do you want to join us? No, I'm going to go home. It's that ticks me off. So, all right. This is where I learned what not to do. Here it is. Okay, it's the traditions. Traditions, I say this quite often, are one long 10th step about how they fucked up. So don't repeat it. I watch people repeat stuff all the time that's in here. I'm like, it isn't going to work. Why not? Go read. Go educate your fucking self. God's sakes. Okay? Ask Google before you ask me, please. At least try. Tired of people being lazy, just using people. You got to get out there and get your own stuff, man. All right, so we're going to start on page 87 in the big book. It's so nice having my stuff organized. Makes me feel a little bit better. 87. Crack. New book cracky. All right. Okay, just seeing where we're supposed to be at. I'm going to start on page 86 with the On Awakening. On awakening, let us think about the 24 hours ahead. We consider our plans for the day. Now, what I do when I wake up, I don't do that. I pray. It's the first thing I do. It's going to be at least 45 minutes before I'm waking up, before I'm deciding anything. In that time, you get one yes or no question. One. Other than that, just leave me alone. I need to wake up. I have PTSD, and usually I'm angry when I get up in the morning. My body fucking hurts. I can't tell the difference between reality and if I'm still dreaming sometimes. Not all the time. But even like now, I'm not fully awake. I'm not quite awake yet. You can usually tell because my voice is deeper. We consider our plans for the day. Before we begin, we ask God to direct our thinking, especially asking that it be divorced from self-pity, dishonest, or self-seeking motives. Yeah. I put my will in line with God's. It's the first thing I do. I need it. I need after those nightmares. I need a dose of reality, believe it or not. And that's where Facebook actually comes in. Because I go there and then I remember, oh yeah, that's the real world. It's not a great way. I gotta find a better way. Okay. So how do I do it? But what I do is I do the third step every single morning. God, okay, God, remove from me anything that's going to block me from today. And I think about the things that are required. So today I have, what responsibilities do I have today? I have a sponsee at 1. I have a meeting at 3. Okay, those are my responsibilities for the day. Those are things that I must get done. What can I do in between those things? Okay. Hey, Amber, good to see you. Look at the picture. Is that like an old-timey picture? I can't tell. I'll have to go look. It looks like an old time. Shannon, my wife, and I, we have some old-timey pictures back when we were dating. Yeah. I'll have to bring those out sometime, show them to y'all. Under these conditions, we can employ our mental faculties with assurance. For after all, God gave us brains to use. Our thought plane will be placed on a much higher plane when thinking is cleared of wrong motives. Right? Ooh, yeah. I thought that was already going. Okay. Let me know how that turns out. I'm just curious when you can. I thought that was already going and she had that. So that's why I'm a little curious. So I just know, yeah, not that I attend, but I know that here's the thing. I know Emma's worked hard at that, and I know what it means to work hard at a fucking meeting. So, okay, that's what it is. Okay, cool. Who's Ellen Jack? You'd be like, who's Ellen Jack, motherfucker? I'll tell you who Ellen Jack is. Tell us who Ellen Jack is. In thinking about the day, we may face indecision. We not be able to determine which course to take. Here we ask God for inspiration and intuitive thought or decision. We relax and take it easy. Oh, okay. Yeah, vote that shit permanent, man. Vote that shit permanent. I hope it goes. I hope it works. Oh yeah. Good for Emma. Good for you. Um, you know, I okay. Now you know what? Now I know who she is. Now I remember who she is. Okay. She's like very famous here. Central City much, Dion? All right. All right. So, yeah, every now and again, weird shit comes up during the day, and I need an inspirational thought. I do that. God. I'm a little lost here. I need some direction, man. I've been feeling that way a lot lately. Um, and then something happens, you know. We relax and take it easy. That's the hard part for me, but I do it. We don't struggle. That's another hard part for me. I have to struggle. I struggle at struggling. I'm a struggler. I'm making shit up. I don't struggle that much anymore. Not like I used to, man. Progress. Progress. Do I still struggle here and there? Sure. I'm human, but not as much. Not even close. We are often surprised how the right answers will come after we've tried this for a while. What used to be the hunch or occasional inspiration gradually becomes a working part of the mind. Isn't that the coolest part? It's one of the coolest parts of the program where knowledge is power again. This is where it happens, 10th step. Yeah, knowledge is power. Everything you learned in your life is now liable. It's pliable, it's worth something. Normies don't get that. And when I say they don't get it, is they're not allowed to have it. See, in order to have it, you know what's required? A lot of pain and a lot of suffering. And not just physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Yeah. Yeah. God needed to toughen us the fuck up, man, because the road that we were going to be taking was going to be a little bit more arduous than the rest. Why? Because he wants us to be good examples for the rest of his children, that being the normies. Isn't it cool that you are now a person that somebody can go to and say, hey, what do you think on this? And you can give them a real fucking answer. Isn't that cool? You know, it's like, you know, like with Emma's meeting, and I hear that, it makes me happy, even though my meeting isn't going anywhere. Okay. You don't think it doesn't compare in my mind for at least a second. Okay. Now, if I get upset about that, that would tell me I have the wrong motives. It would mean that I have the wrong intentions. See, I'm finding out that God does everything for a reason. And if I want to bitch about it, I'm just arguing with God. Okay. Sure, the door was closed yesterday, but nobody showed up in person. Had a bunch of people online. Okay. So I just moved it to my phone and came home. So what? So what? Okay. I was there. I was available. I tried. Been trying. Okay. I don't feel like I'm getting much from the church, though. I would think out of all those people that go there, that one person would have, from the church, would have attended our meeting by now. Okay. All right. Being still inexperienced, having made a conscious contact, it is not probable that we're going to be inspired at all times. We might pay for this presumption in all sorts of absurd actions and ideas. Nevertheless, we will find that our thinking will, as time passes, be more on the plane of inspiration. We come to rely on it. Facebook says, nope. Oh, arg, Facebook. Yeah, we might pay for this presumption in all sorts of. I think everybody kind of goes through this phase that really gets it, where they're like, oh, if I did this and I did that, okay, but go back and read your traditions to make sure you're on the right path. I don't want to stop you from your passions. I don't want to stop you. No, if you're on your pink cloud, you can do so much fucking good. You really can. Okay. You can inspire and bring hope. You can bring luster to fucking tired eyes, man. You bet. You bet. So, all right. So I'm gonna read out of here, and then I'll do the Hazelden. Some say that experience is the best teacher. For me, it has been. Okay. Now, not only am I experienced, I'm also educated. Okay. Means I understand alcoholism. I don't need to study alcoholism over and over and over and over and over and over again. It hasn't changed into anything. See, they want to keep calling it new things and all this other stuff, but it's bullshit. Okay. I'm not going to say alcohol use disorder. I'm not going to say substance use disorder. Those are not the words I'm going to use. I've told them we don't want to be called that. Alcoholic is fine. Thank you very much. Stop deciding what we're called. Okay, if you're going to take your time and money and all of that to figure out what else to call us instead of putting that money where it needs to be, then I have 4 words for you. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Anyway. But I believe that experience is the only teacher. No. Maybe I'm reading. Some say experience is the best teacher, but I believe that experience is the only teacher. Okay. I'll go for it. In this situation, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to jump on board. What I'm going to do. I don't totally agree, but I'm going to jump on board with this one. I've been able to learn of God's love for me only by the experience of my dependence on that love. I go for that. At first, I could not be sure of his direction in my life, but now I see that if I'm bold enough to ask for his guidance, I must act as if he provided it. I frequently ask God to help me remember that he has a path for me. I can go for all of that, except that one line. Educate yourself some, man. Okay? Yeah, read more. You know, those self-help books that you tried to use, remember those? You can use them now. No, self-help books, there's some great self-help books out there. The thing is, the reason they didn't work before is because you didn't know how to help yourself yet. Now you do. And those self-help, some of those books would be great. Hazelden literature is fucking awesome. I love Hazelden. I believe that we made it conference approved. All right. Reflection for the day. Change is part of the flow of life. Sometimes we're frustrated because change seems slow in coming. That'd be me. That would be me. Sometimes, and not the change in me, the change in the community that I want. Let's the slow change in me, I'm fine with. Why? Because once I'm well, I'm out of here. So I don't want to be well. I don't want to be well. I'm going to remain sick for a little bit longer so I can stick around, man. Okay. Sometimes we're resistant to change that seems to have been thrust upon us. Like a new kitty cat. Yesterday, I get a message from my wife. I'm bringing home a cat. This cat tried to, it's how we are, right? They put out posters, he's not chipped, because the first thing we think of is some 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 kid doesn't have their cat, and we want to get him back to them. Right? My ex-wife runs a no kill cat shelter, so they're like, so my cat brought my wife home, so my wife brought the cat home, and we're watching him, but we've already named him. He ain't going nowhere. My niece wants to name him Aurora because that's where they found him, in Aurora. But they're like, well, that's a girl's name. And then yesterday, my grandson saw him and called him Jack. So I'm going to name him Jack. But his real name is AJ for Aurora Jack. That way, my niece gets what she wants too. Should I take this cat? No. I probably shouldn't. He's beautiful. Okay, and he's skinny, and he's getting along with the other cats okay. Well, I'd rather he just live his life out here than go to a cage, honestly. I don't think that anything happens in God's world by mistake. I just don't. And I'm finding out more and more, I'm a caretaker, man. I take care of people. I take care of God's world. And I enjoy doing it. It gives me, it fills that big fucking hole in my stomach that seems to sit there often, or used to. You know, it still comes back. It was there this morning. We must remember that change in and of itself neither binds nor frees us. Only our attitude toward change binds or frees. As we learn to flow with the stream of life, praying for guidance about any change that presents itself, praying also for guidance if we want to make the change and none seems in view, we become willing. Now, they say that pain is the touchstone of all change, and it's not required. No change, no change. Period. Faith without works is dead. Action and more action is what we live our lives on, right? Okay. That's how we're going to change. How can you intentionally change? Do something new. Try something new. Do something you haven't done before. That'll change you. It'll give you new pathways, man. Do something hard. Okay? It'll change you. Am I willing to let God take charge, direct me in the changes I should make and the actions I should take? Yeah, I have no problem with that. In fact, I've come to rely on it. I'm going to tell you, sometimes I ask God for direction. He don't give it to me for 2-3 days. So I have to relax and take it easy and just do what I'm supposed to do in that time. Sometimes I don't find out for a long time. Today I pray when change comes too fast or not fast enough for me, I pray I can adjust according to make use of the freedom of the program offers me. Pray for the guidance of my higher power when change presents itself or when it doesn't, and I wish it would. May I listen for the direction from that power. Today I'll remember God is in charge. Hallelujah. I don't want to be in charge anymore. It sucks. Being in charge sucks. Okay? I'd rather be a leader. I don't want to tell people what to do. No. That's why I don't take jobs as managers and stuff like that too. Because the company will want me to do it a certain way and it won't happen. You're going to need to micromanage. Yeah, you can forget that. I don't even micromanage myself. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, good stretches. If I could ask a quick favor, and that favor is if you could pray to give me the right thoughts and actions. I need to make some decisions here. I just do. Kind of personal. I don't want to go into them here. So, all right. So, thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. I really do. Peace out.